Good morning, I'm Ollie from Morgan Marine, and today I'm just going to give you a really quick whistle-stop tour of the workshop and some of the services we offer here at Morgan Marine. We've got a large workshop facility, plenty of space. We're a 10-acre boatyard overall, our own slipway, our own hoisting equipment, and we can handle boats anywhere from 6 foot up to 60 foot. As we walk through the workshop, first boat we come across, we've got a nice Sunseeker 55 here. This is out for its winter maintenance routine, so anti-fouling, that'll have hull polishing, engine servicing, and some electrical upgrades as well that the customer's after. So we haven't started on that one. Next to that, we've got a Genu NC 37. Now this one's come back for its 3rd annual service. We sold it new, we look after it every year for the clients. It's just had a full hull cut and polish, re-anti-foul, engine service, and Webasto diesel heater service on there as well. And that'll be going in later today to return back to the client. We've got a very pretty Merryfisher 925 here, which a client of ours has just brought down on the south coast, and he's brought it up to us to run through everything, give it a health check, service the engine, and he had a report of some vibration underway as well. So we'll do an inspection and understand what that is and rectify it for him. Next to that, we've got Charlie, nice little sailing yacht. Unfortunately suffered from osmosis, and so we've had it shot blasted, stripped all the gel off. It's been cured to dry the boat out and dry the laminate out. It's then been gel shielded, and it's now being prepared by hand, ready to be copper coated. And that'll have a full cure then, and a copper coat anti-foul, which will last the customer for at least 10 years. We've got a little Maxim in here, which is just having a de-winterize and run up, ready for the weekend. So full systems check, and we'll get that back to the client later today. And then at the end, we've got 2 new Merryfishers. So we've got a Merryfisher 895 Sport, that's being PDI'd and prepared, and that'll be going to the customer in the next couple of weeks. What we need to do with this one, part of the PDI process, as well as putting the engines on, fitting all the electronics, testing all the systems are okay from the factory. We've got to mark the waterline. The hull is brand new, you can see it's nice and shiny where it's come out of the mould. So that's going to be taped up, we'll work the waterline out, prepare it all by hand, and then it will have 2 layers of a primer on there before 2 layers of a top coat anti-foul on there as well. The 895 that's next to us, this is 895 Cruiser Series 2, again brand new. This is leaving on Monday next week. Now this one has had the anti-fouling done already, so you can see that process, and that was completed over the last 2 days. You can see we just have the patches to do of the white hull where it's sat on the trolley that's under the hoop there, and we'll do those tomorrow. So our engineers are on that boat at the moment. They're running through the water systems, any small gel coat defects, touching those in, and undertaking a thorough PDI, which is a pre-delivery inspection, before it goes on the water later today for sea testing. And then we'll walk through, and we've got the inside of our workshop as well. As we come around the back here, you can see this 895's ready for its engine install. All the looms are ready, so we'll get these on hopefully later today or tomorrow. And on this one over here, we've got the engines already hung, so Yamaha 200, steer by wire, the latest generation, with a joystick control as well inside. And then we'll walk through into the workshop. So inside at the moment, we've got a new Highfield Patrol 540. It's undergoing its fit out. We're full rigging centre for Highfield, so the boats come to us blank. We rig everything from electronics, wiring looms, the engines, fit out all the consoles, and make sure they're all ready to go for the customer. Once that's complete, then there'll be thorough sea testing, and then it'll go off to the customer. You can see here an older console which has been taken off a boat we're working on in the workshop. So this is all the console and seats off a Highfield Patrol 540. The customer unfortunately had an accident, damaged the tubes, and the tubes have had to be replaced. So we had to strip all these off to manage to get the hull bare to be able to undertake the tube work, which we'll show you next door. So in here we have got that Highfield Patrol 540. You can see the tubes are just on it at the moment. We'll show you a couple of images, breakdown of the process that's undertaken before we got to this point. But it was a full strip back, rebonded on the new material, and the tubes are now hung, ready for bonding to the hull. So we'll start that bonding process later today, and there'll be a final bonding process and check over tomorrow. And hopefully then, once it's cured over the weekend, we can rebuild it and get it back to our client next week. We've got 7 full-time engineers here at Morgan Marine, and one of those is a full-time fabricator for us. So he does all our bespoke metal work. We do anything from stainless, alley, really any sort of marine fabrication you can think of, radar arches, A-frames, dinghy davits, we can do all of those. So you can see all his welding equipment here, various cutting machines, shot blasters, and a lot of the equipment he uses on a day-to-day basis. And that's a very quick overview of the workshop services we have at Morgan Marine. As I said earlier, we're a big 10-acre boatyard. We can cater for any of the boating needs. In our workshop, we do anti-fouling, cutting, polishing, engine rebuilds, servicing of all the major brands, any bespoke electronics works you need, and we're main dealers for those big electrical suppliers such as Garmin, Raymarine, Simrad and the like, and all of our fabrication services. So if you need any work, please feel free to get in contact with us at the link below.